Good evening, my name is Kayla Lim. I'm a second-year undergraduate student majoring in economics and minoring in statistics. We all have goals we want to achieve in life, whether it be getting into better shape, getting better grades, or even securing a job. And they all start very specific and actionable. We set goals for a specific amount of weight we want to bench. We set goals for a particular grade we want to attain in that class. We set goals for a certain title or position of which we want in that company. We set them ourselves. But when it comes down to actually getting those things done, there is a far better way to approach it than to just set a goal. That's through a system. Now there's a very clear, distinct difference between a goal and a system, so I'll provide you with 3 great examples to help you get the idea. So a goal for a soccer coach would be to win a championship, but his system would be what the team does at practice every day. It's what the kids kick the ball into the goal, have the goalie block the ball, pass the soccer ball. That's your system. If you were a writer, the goal would be to write a book. But the system would be your writing schedule for the week. How many pages of dialogue can you type up to help develop the characters? How many pages a night can you type up? If you were a runner, the goal would be to run a marathon. And your system would be your workout plan for the week. So you can kind of get the idea of this goal versus systems and how if you have a system, you actually achieve your goal along the way and you keep going. I want you to keep this question in mind. If you completely ignored your goal and only focused on the system, would you still get results? The thing about goals is that they actually reduce current happiness. Because when you set a goal, you're essentially saying to yourself that you're not good enough, but you will be when you reach your goal. That you're not good enough, but you will be when you can run at least 3 miles. That you're not good enough, but you will be when you can type up at least 4 chapters. We teach ourselves to constantly postpone happiness until the next milestone is achieved. And we do it all the time. We place a heavy burden on our shoulders when we choose a goal. So the solution is to focus on the process, is to focus on the system rather than the goal. Because if you focus on how to get there, you'll get there eventually. If you focus on a daily practice rather than the entire performance, you're able to live in the moment, be happy, celebrate, and improve all at the same time. It's a win-win-win-win all across the board. Another thing about goals is that they're actually and strangely at odds with long-term progress. A lot of people think that if you have a goal, it'll keep you pushing and it'll keep you moving forward. But that's not always true. Let's look at the most recent Rutgers Marathon, the Unite Marathon. I have friends and I know several students who trained really hard to cross that checkered finish line. And when they did cross that finish line Sunday morning, they stopped working out. They stopped eating healthier, and they stopped really caring for their bodies. So now that you've attained your goal, you stopped trying, what's left to keep you pushing? It puts you into this yo-yo effect of having a goal and not having a goal, and a cycle creates it so difficult to maintain anything long term. Now, I'm a huge outdoor track runner. I love running outside. It's stress relieving. I get to feel the wind, feel the sun, hear the nature. Last week, I was doing my workout, 10 200-meter reps. I was on my second to last rep, and I felt a twinge in my left knee. It wasn't painful, it wasn't an injury. It was just an indicator that I was feeling fatigued towards the end of my workout. So for a minute or two, I really thought, should you push for this last 100-meter rep, Kayla, or should you give it a rest? But I reminded myself that I plan to stay very actively fit for the rest of my life, and I plan to keep on running, so I called it a day. If I had a goal-based mentality, and I set the goal that afternoon that, Kayla, you are gonna run 200 meters today, 10 200-meter reps, and I only ran 9, I'd walk home feeling so pathetic, feeling like a failure. But I attained a systems-based mentality, which means I had no trouble moving on. Because I know that today I may have ran 9, but tomorrow I can push for 11, or I can run 10 the next day and the next day. I will stay committed to my well-designed process of how I will keep on running. And sure, goals are great. They provide you with some short-term push, and they're great for direction, and they're great for planning progress. But it is the systems that are critical for actually making the progress. And in the long term, it's a well-designed system that'll always win. And it is the commitment to that system which you design that makes all the difference. Thank you.
So hello all, my name is Kyle Flyer, and I'm a marketing major in the Rutgers Business School. I'm a senior, I'm also minoring in Spanish. Thank you all for being here. Quick poll, who has ever played hooky from their job when they weren't really sick? Well, I did. And the opportunity that resulted changed my life. It all started my freshman year. I worked for the women's basketball team. And I wasn't crazy about it, I wasn't passionate about it, but you know, it was a good job. And there's this one Saturday where I really just did not want to go to practice, didn't want to go to work, and I needed to find an excuse. So the Big Chill 5K, which takes place on College Ave, was occurring that Saturday. Boom, there was my excuse. Emailed Coach Edwards, sorry coach, can't make it, have a prior commitment. And went out, ran that 5K, and I felt amazing. I was back in my old running days. And over that winter break, I got an email from a man named Charles Schneekloth, goes by Chuck, and he said, hey Kyle, noticed your good time. Would you like to come join this running club we just started? This opportunity came to me. And I had thought that running was over. That part of my life had ended with that last 800 meter so many days ago. But I took that opportunity, and I'm so happy I did, because it really changed who I am. It changed my whole college career. And so a lot of opportunities are going to come to you in your college career and throughout life. And you have to choose which opportunities to take and which opportunities to let go. And there are three guiding principles that I've kind of come upon through my experiences that have allowed me to make the right choices of opportunities to take. And it's pride, passion, perspective. Pride. Look at me. I'm 6 feet, 150. I'm pretty skinny. I'm okay with it. I'm proud of who I am. And I'm proud of who I am because I run. I'm a runner. I'm proud of that fact. I don't care that my housemates go and lift. I don't care how much flack they give me for not being able to bench that much, because let me tell you, if they want to come run with me, I'll leave them in the dust. But when opportunities come to you that you're proud of, grab them. Grab them and take them. That leads to my next point, passion. If you're passionate about something and an opportunity comes to you, it doesn't matter if it'll set you back a little bit, because I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. For me, this came, when I came to Rutgers, I thought I wanted to be a teacher. And then I kind of decided after my freshman year that wasn't for me. But I still had that passion for teaching, which was kind of instilled in me by my older brother, Keith, who's 2 years older. Always there as a guide, always there as a mentor. And so I really wanted to give back to other people and help teach them. So my opportunity to teach came my sophomore year. Now, who here has taken expository writing? And I'm sure we've all suffered through it. However, that class taught me so much, and then I had this opportunity to teach or to tutor expository writing. And it really changed my whole perspective, changed a lot about me. But I really just brought that passion. I was so happy, although there were a lot of headaches going through it. I would tell them to do one thing, my students wouldn't listen to me. It was still an amazing experience. And although it delayed me, because now I had to take public speaking at my second writing intensive course, my final semester, I would go back and I would do it again. And I also had another opportunity to teach a FIG, my own class, Exploring Business, a FIGS, a first year interest group seminar. And let me tell you, again, that delayed me because I had to take another business class this semester. I had to give up something I love, Spanish, but I would do it again and again. And I brought my passion for trying to help my kids every single day. I'm only a senior. I've only gone through so many business classes. I don't have all the answers. But what I do have is a passion to help my students. And so when they would come to me with questions, if I didn't have the answers, I would go out and do my best to find them. Finally, perspective. I'm a Caucasian male. I really have not faced too much adversity, and I'm very lucky. However, when I went to Valencia, Spain and studied abroad for 6 months, I learned a very, very valuable lesson. I was really humbled, and it really changed my perspective. because I was a minority there. I didn't speak Spanish fluently. In fact, I wasn't even that good at it, although I thought I was. I quickly learned how difficult it is for people in the US or in any country who don't speak that native language. And I really gained a new perspective on the world. So when I'm dealing with someone who English is their second language, I'm very, very compassionate and empathetic because I know how hard it is to deal with a different language that's not your own. And so, I'm sure you're all familiar with the song by Avicii. It says, "Don't wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older." And opportunities are going to come to you, and I implore you not to listen to Avicii because he's wrong. Take those opportunities when you see them. Don't sleep through it because you'll never get any wiser, and you'll get older, but you'll never get wiser. And so, to conclude, in 2009, I had a close family friend who was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma and unfortunately didn't make it, 19 years old. Opportunities will come to you, but they won't be there forever, okay? So, grab them then, grab them there. And remember, pride, passion, perspective, you'll make the right decision. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Kramer, and today I'm going to be talking about cosmetic animal testing. Jacqueline, a 24-year-old artist, recently stood in a window shop and protested against animal testing. But this wasn't your ordinary animal protest. She endured 10 long hours of practices that are conducted on animals each and every day throughout the entire world. Some of these practices included irritants being squirted into her eyes. She was stripped down, force-fed, and people watched in amazement as these practices were being conducted on her. They wondered, what was the point of this? Each and every day, animals face the harsh reality of being subjects to humans' production. So today, I'm going to inform you about the practices that take place within cosmetic animal testing labs and let you know why animal cosmetic testing should be banned. Recently, I attended a seminar in New York City where I learned about the processes of cosmetic animal testing. With this, I learned the cruelty that takes place within these cosmetic testing labs and the unreliability that these results bring about. So today I'm going to focus on two main points. First, I want you guys to realize the cruelty that takes place within these labs. And secondly, I'm going to introduce the unreliability that these results bring about. So let's head right into it, and we're going to talk about the harsh realities that animals face during the experiment. About 100 million animals each year are crippled and burned, and of those 100 millions, a large majority of those animals are rabbits, mice, and rats. But I also want you guys to know that monkeys and dogs are also widely used within this process. So let's focus on rabbits real quick. Rabbits are used for eye treatments and for skin care treatments. So the contact solution you put in your eyes this morning because your eyes were burning, or the lotion you put on your skin, or the new deodorant that you bought are being tested on animals each and every day. But not only this, animals are also used to test the dosages that humans can consume of a product without it posing a threat to their life. So for you guys to just imagine swallowing 3 teaspoons of L'Oreal shampoo, it doesn't seem too easy now, does it? Well, luckily for you guys, you have a choice in deciding if you want to do this. The animals, they don't have a choice, and they are forced to go along with this. So now that I've talked about what happens during the experiment, I want to let you guys know that at the conclusion of the experiment, the animals are killed. There are 3 major ways that animals are killed: neck breaking, asphyxiation, and decapitation. Scientists conduct these experiments even though the animals are being killed each and every day because of these. They do not care about the animals, and therefore these animals are losing their lives. So right now you guys might be asking, well, what acts are in place to stop this? The Animal Welfare Act, according to the Agricultural Library, states that Animal Welfare Act regulates the treatment of animals. But the Humane Society points out a major flaw within this act. A large percentages of these animals are not being accounted for within this act. Therefore, there is an act in place, but it is not doing anything for these animals. They are still dying. So now that we have talked about the cruelty that takes place within cosmetic animal testing labs, I want to talk about the unreliability that these results bring about. According to the Humane Society, there is a huge limitation in the way that rabbits respond to 3 tablespoons of L'Oreal shampoo and the way a human responds to 3 tablespoons of L'Oreal shampoo. Therefore, not only are you posing a threat to an animal's life, but you are posing a threat to a human's life. So if you guys don't care about animals, you should at least care about the health of your own self. You consuming products that are tested on animals is putting yourself at risk. 92% of animal tested products fail in human clinical trials. So why are these still in place? Animals are losing their lives and manufacturers are not bringing about the products and services that they want. So this calls for a need for alternatives. There are 2 ways that we can improve this system. First, we can use products that are known to be reliable and useful for humans. Animal testing has been around for decades. There are numerous minerals and supplements that can be used in shampoo, such as sulfate and keratin. Also, technology has been on the rise. Cell-based tests are able to predict a human's likability to receive treatment for products better than animal testing. So right now, I hope that you guys are wondering, what can you do to prevent this from happening? First, there are a lot of products online that propose that they are cruelty-free. So you can go online, you can research, and you can purchase these products in order to stop animals from losing their lives. Secondly, China has just passed an act that makes it mandatory for products to be tested on animals. Therefore, you guys should really avoid purchasing products from China. Thirdly, join organizations. Make your voice heard. The Humane Society has a link on their webpage where you can join their organization, and I suggest all of you go to that at the end of my presentation. So today, we have seen how important it is for animal testing to be banned within the United States and within the world. We focused on the cruelty that takes place within these labs and the unreliability that these results bring about. So the next time you guys go to the store to buy your shampoo or your contact solution or your deodorant, I want you guys to think of the story of Jacqueline. A dog is said to be a man's best friend, and you wouldn't want to put your best friend through what Jacqueline went through now, would you? Thank you.
All right. My name's Taylor Wright. I'm in the business school, and I'm currently a business analytics and information technology major. And today I'm going to talk to you about Frank Shepard Fairey. Who is Frank Shepard Fairey? Why do I care about Frank Shepard Fairey? What can he teach me about myself or about my aspirations? So let's take a look into it. Who is Frank Shepard Fairey? Frank Shepard Fairey was born on February 15th, 1970 in Charleston, South Carolina. At the age of 14, he decided that he loved art. Any single time he could, he would pick up a colored pencil, a crayon, a pen, any single type of instrument, and he would draw, he would paint, he would express himself. And this love that he created with art that he had through art gave him the ability to know, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Now with that in mind, he had all of these different aspirations, but he said, I'm going to go to the School of Rhode Island School of Design. So he gets there. Just so you know, Rhode Island School of Design only has a 25% acceptance rate. So he had to work very hard to get here, but he did it, and he got there. And when he graduated in 1992, he said, I'm not going to do what every single other person does. I'm not going to work for a major corporation. I am not going to be that person giving away my dream to somebody else, making their dream. No, I'm going to do my own thing. So he decides, all right, I'm in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm gonna go get a job at a skateboard shop. So he takes that environment and all of the people and all of their music culture and all of the art culture and all of these things that they felt, and he incorporated them into his own culture. And that kind of culture, my friends, that's the street art culture. Within America, Frank Shepard Fairey has traveled to New York, Hollywood, Colorado, all different places, and he has found the highest buildings, the biggest signs you could think of. He's gone on billboards, he's gone on bridges, he's gone everywhere. And he has brought with him the images he's printed out from Staples. Yes, big, large pieces of paper printed out from Staples, cut within Staples with wheat paste, which you can make from common household items, which include wheat, alcohol, and any type of material that would turn into a paste. He would bring these with him, and he would put these beautiful signs on buildings, on boards everywhere. And the main thing that he is known for is his picture of Obey Andre the Giant. Have any of you ever seen that? All right, well, Obey Andre the Giant. This set his name. This gave him his brand. This gave everybody the knowledge that you will remember Frank Shepard Fairey, even if you don't know it. How many of you have seen the picture of Hope Barack Obama, with all the blues and the reds and the yellows all incorporated? That was Frank Shepard Fairey. Now, he told himself in 2008, he's like, all right, I like this. I'm going to make another name for myself. I'm going to keep on doing what I keep doing best. And he went and he did that same exact thing. Put signs up on boards, put these beautiful pictures of Hope Barack Obama everywhere that he could. And he got sued for it. Do you know why he got sued for it? Well, many, many reasons why he is such a successful individual is because he copyrights everything that he does. And then he goes and he puts that image, that painting, that drawing, anything that he creates, he puts that on a shirt, on a bag, on a hat, anything you can go and buy from a store. Now, when I first learned of Frank Shepard Fairey, I went to the mall, I was inside a shop, I looked at a t-shirt, I'm like, you know what, I like this t-shirt. I don't really know what it means, but I really do like it. It was Obey Andre the Giant with Obey right on below across the entire t-shirt. And I'm like, okay, I'll buy this. I bought that in 9th grade. I still have that shirt to this day. And the quality is still the same. So not only is Frank Shepard Fairey an inspirational artist, an inspirational person, but he creates inspiration. He puts it on items of clothing. He puts it on buildings. He wants you to see what he has done with his life, and he wants you to do it too. And he doesn't care about the money, because a lot of you may not know this, but he got sued hundreds of thousands for the picture of Hope Barack Obama. But he doesn't care. He actually has a blog, a website. It's called obeythegiant.com. And this displays all of his artworks, every single thing that he has done since he started. And right there, front page, when you log on to this website, it says, big, big letters, I apologize. I am sorry. To all of my fans, to all of my family, I am so sorry. I did not realize the implications of my actions with the Hope Barack Obama picture. I was intending for it to just be what it was. Something to get people inspired, something to make people want to do more for this world, for our country. And I'm sorry, but you will not be seeing the last of me. I will be inside of your head every single day. I will be here doing what I do best, and that is making people be inspired. And that is inspiring himself, inspiring everything that we need and that we want as people. And that, my friends, is hope. That, my friends, is obeying. That is doing everything that we are doing and making it better. And that is what he is doing. And that is why you should remember Frank Shepard Fairey's name. That is why you should remember him every single time you set something for yourself to achieve. Because no matter what happens in the end, say you get sued, you still did what you do best, and you always want to improve and make it better. And that is the best quality that you can have, wanting to improve yourself no matter what stands in the way. Thank you.